And now, as the U.S. Marine languishes in an Iranian prison, the Obama administration working to finalize a nuclear deal with Iran. And former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger issuing an urgent warning. He says this nuclear deal would not just drag us deeper into Middle East conflicts. America would be at war with a nuclear-armed Mideast. And Dr. Kissinger joins us. Good evening, sir. So, Dr. Kissinger, what do you think of this deal, at least as much as we know, this framework?
I think there are a number of verification issues. There are a number of conceptual issues which have to be resolved in the negotiations that are supposed to follow.
Is there any way to trust Iran? I mean, Prime Minister Netanyahu says he doesn't want Iran to have any nuclear enrichment capabilities. None. Zero.
Well, the negotiations started 12 years ago to deprive Iran of enrichment capability. That was given up quite a while ago. And once Iran was granted enrichment capability, then it became a very nearly impossible task to keep them from having nuclear weapons.
Well, so is there anything we can do at this point? I mean, you're saying, from what I understand,
there are a number of
it's
things
inevitable.
That we can do. We can see whether the number of enrichment facilities can be reduced, and they now have they had 19,000 of these. Now I've forgotten the name. We use it every day. And they're down to 5,000. They've said they will use only 5,000. But 5,000 is more than enough. It's far more than they need for their civilian program.
Are you saying that with the 5,000 centrifuges, with 5,000 centrifuges, it's inevitable that they will have a nuclear weapon?
No, with the 5,000 centrifuges, they will have a surplus of enriched material over what they need for their civilian program. So,
is that dangerous?
Well, it can be theoretically, it can be used to produce weapons. So therefore, some way has to be found by which one can reliably account for this excess. Another thing that concerns me is that all the reductions that are announced keep the material inside Iran, so that it is under UN control. But when they break the UN seal, in other words, when they violate the agreement, it's at their disposal.
Well, but here's the problem: is that I mean they had the Fodor facility built into the mountainside that we had absolutely no idea about, and they lied about for years. I mean, so how can we begin to have confidence in any agreement they sign?
We can't have confidence in the agreement. We must have confidence in the verification system and the inspection system, and that will have to be refined.
And can you do that? Can we have a verification?
I don't know that. I think we should see what these negotiations can produce in the next 3 months. We cannot rely on the word of Iran. So we have to have as close to foolproof inspection system as can be devised.
Are you optimistic about this? Think that this is a good start, we're going in the right direction, or are you pessimistic?
I'm very uneasy. And I wrote this article in order to point out that there are issues of verification and there are issues of strategic relationships in the region, and that it will be very difficult. It will be that we must prevent that nuclear weapons spread all over the Middle East and have all the conflicts that we now see in the Middle East include the danger of having nuclear weapon used in those conflicts and then seep out into the rest of the world and become weaponized even against us. I think we should give the negotiations a reasonable chance, but we should be clear that these questions have to be answered.
Indeed. Dr. Kissinger, thank you. Thank you, sir.